Hi folks, how you doing? This is Iqbal with NVIDIA Daily Analysis. What's wrong? Why NVIDIA is down after good earnings report? We'll discuss what happened with NVIDIA in this video and also we'll try to make some assessment for the future direction. Now, let's get started. So NVIDIA reported the earnings and the revenue in today's earnings call and they were able to beat both earnings and the revenue numbers. So regarding earnings, the expectation was 0.75 and they reported 0.81 and the surprise is 8.66%. And regarding revenue, the expectation was 33.11 billion and they reported 35.08 billion, and that is 5.96% surprise. And historically speaking, these numbers are better than previous quarters. Let's take a look what happened in the last quarter. You see, in the last quarter, the earnings surprise was 5.66% and the revenue surprise was 4.48%. So this is so obvious, right? Nvidia's earnings and revenue number are better than last quarter. And also for next quarter, their sales expectation is, let me show you, 37.50 billion, as they mentioned in today's earnings call. So from 35.1 this quarter to the next quarter, 37.5 is also relatively a good number. So what went wrong? If you listen to the podcast today, you might have noticed that they mentioned that the margin percentage is going to be impacted in next 2 quarters. So the expectation is the gross margin probably would be in low 70s. So at this point, you see that in last 3 quarters, they were in high 70s or in the mid 70s. And the reason why they're gonna make more productions of the Blackwell chip, since those are new products, so they might have to carry more inventory and also they need to safeguard against any supply issues or any design issues or anything like that. So they are probably factoring in those additional expenses in the margin. So it makes sense to me because whenever some company launches new products, first few months, are mostly not easy because some unexpected issues can arise in first few months, but after first few months you know what's going on, right? You're probably aware of your products and you know your suppliers better and their capacity to ship on time, and also less design issues or hidden issues can come after few months. So that's why probably they are little conservative and try to make people aware that they should not expect the high margin percentage in next 2 quarters. But second half of the quarter, they mentioned that the margin percentage will be back to normal about mid 70s, right? As it used to be in 2024. And I was listening each and every word in this podcast. So I was of the opinion that this may not be a good news for the market and Nvidia might be under pressure because the stock has to price in those unexpected reduction in the margin percentage. So that's what happened in the after hours after the earnings call. But if you talk about me, I did not make any buy or sell today. I'm just holding Nvidia stock because I think that this news will fade away in a day or two and Nvidia would come back to normal starting probably Friday or early next week. So in next day or two you might see Nvidia under pressure or some decline on Nvidia stock price. But in my opinion that would be temporary. Now let's do some post-mortem on my projection number that I presented to you sometime last week or over the weekend. Let's take a look. So, based on my expectation, my maximum number for this quarter was 151.73. Nvidia came to 149.506, but it was not able to break 150 before the earnings call. So my projection was a little behind, but overall it's not too bad. And for next quarter, my projection is this one that I presented to you sometime last week, but I'm gonna revise this number because now we have a new actuals for the earnings that they presented in today's earnings call. So these numbers will get revised in next few days. Okay, so then I would be able to better estimate the after earnings price projection for Nvidia. And regarding the forward PE, at this point, Nvidia's forward PE is 46.76. It's kind of lie in the middle between 40 and 50, and that makes a stable forward PE for Nvidia. So Nvidia has more room to go further up in next few days, and also at the same time it can go further down as well, because in my opinion a 40 forward PE is more stable if Nvidia goes down. So below 40 would be a very good buy for Nvidia. And similarly, if Nvidia goes up and touches 50, that would be a very good selling point. So here is my plan. If Nvidia goes down further in next few days and touches the forward P of 40 or 41, then I'm gonna make more buy for Nvidia stock. But if it does not happen that way, then probably I'll keep holding Nvidia stock that I currently have. And in my opinion, that looks to me a safest plan. So moving on further, Palantir forward P is at 182.71, and Palantir was also under pressure, and also SMCI went down today. The forward P is 8.12, and same thing for AMD as well. AMD was also under pressure. So most of the AI stocks, was under pressure today and took a dip. And the biggest reason, in my opinion, was NVIDIA earnings call. So before the earnings call, all of the AI stocks depended on how NVIDIA would behave and what NVIDIA would report in the earnings call. So as you see here, almost all the tech or the AI stocks in my watch list are negative, and reason being the same that I just mentioned. So this was my short video regarding Nvidia after earnings. I just wanted to give you my perspective and update what can happen in next few days based on my assessment. I hope you liked the video. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you more tomorrow. Take care.